Lynn Vision up 2-1 off the basis of their upper bracket run, but really, it's 1-all, and IHC are hoping that they can bring it back to 2-all in the scoreline.
Very, very close affair on both these maps so far. Overtime and then almost comebacks for Lynn. Attack over towards long as well, but has been identified with the aggression top middle. Blitz very much the instigator of aggression so frequently for this Mongolian squad. Now the smokes are down. Score will try and keep them busy and keep them delayed as much as possible. IHC rotates are here.
Annihilation watching out for them, start moving up over here. Score. Unable to find the initial kills, but Repeak's giving up to him, and he's always come out on top, given enough chances. Score! Continues through. A deep flash as well. They've got the peek out. And comfortable win for IHC.
Yeah, great shooting there from Score. After the first initial misses, just kept on popping heads. And you could tell as well from the way that he continued taking fights on the bomb site that he was destined for 3 or more kills. Especially after this one on Star, it just opened up the entirety of the round. Great effort, and never overcommitting to any of those duels either.
He's such a fantastic player to watch for that very reason. I can't exactly remember which analyst it was, but for the ESL Pro League Grand Finals, Yekindar had a round where on Mirage, he just had this like perfect angle checking, and then he just gets this really clean peek over the short from T side and mid. And Score just reminds me so much of that in some of the rounds where it's just like every single angle, he just knows where the overcommitment begins. It's his style of rifling. It's so much fun to see. It's why he's able to translate it into international stages as well very often. Yeah.
It's procedures. You know, it's eliminating possibilities. It looks really good when it works.
Oh. Techno's been rushed down by Tech9. He was doing a lot of that himself in the previous map, and a deep nade to try and stave Lynn Vision away from actually overrunning Blitz, but that was an inevitability, not a possibility. Score and Annihilation left to try and back off the save. Score. An M4 really doesn't want this going out of his hands.
Yeah, I mean, great effort here from Lynn, just immediately honing in on that close-range angle where the Tech9 can be oh so deadly. As soon as WestmeloN gets that entry, it just makes it so much more difficult to Blitz to do anything. Just run over on the B bomb site. I think, you know, pulling away from Inferno and Dust, we definitely saw Lynn get away with a couple of these low buy rounds. One on Inferno almost actually kept Lynn in that game. But these are 2 bomb sites that are very vulnerable. They're, you know, kind of propped up on glass pillars that can get knocked over by a couple of hammers or a couple of these upgraded pistols. You have to be very careful to try and play distance, because even that's sometimes a little bit vulnerable to like a Deeg or a scout that's invested. So finding a comfortable middle ground that can be very hard to identify.
Oh, Zach, beautiful shot on Annihilation initially to come through, and he's even spotted out the second player. Score will be eliminated. WestmeloN knew to pre-fire him. Although, in that process, Techno's gone and retrieved the scout. The A-bomb site has been generally vacated. The bomb's still over back at T-spawn. Never an ideal position to have it, let's be honest.
That'll be a long adventure for Expro to go pick this one back up. The team have secured some control, though. Long is being evaluated. Still a lingering presence as well by WestmeloN, but he's low HP.
Blitzes. Lined up, and as Starry makes his way upwards and outwards, Blitz will find one on the spam gate. Get 2. That's a beautiful second shot. Makes all the possibilities open. Cabal so close range with the Max 7, and Expro could end up being pushed through. His position's fully known. Blitz is not willing to reveal himself yet, and the second player spotted out as well makes it so much more difficult for Cabal to move in. The long-range Mag 7, inappropriate weapon for the opportunity.
Really good effort, though, from Blitz. So I'm getting a couple of nice deeks on Ancient on a kind of similar buy.
His deek was really good.
Yeah. Feels like the IHC play light boxes. Scores pistol round, very similar, just isolating fights and hitting some very nice headshots. Not to be, though. And it's these old heads of Lynn that seem to recover rounds for this Chinese team. Strange to think that WestmeloN is an old head, but the man amongst children. Not really.
I mean, let's not say it that way.
Yeah, I mean, they are entering adulthood, but they're young prospective players. That's what Lynn seemed to be very good at identifying, recognizing talent early.
More and more Chinese teams and hell, Asian teams overall are getting better in general. You know, this should be a easy enough round to talk over. But you know, you look back towards Rare and Adam as well, finding Mercury and Mosaic and the way they've done. We were running into an issue for a while in Asia. Back in, I would say, 2017.
It happens
18?
with most sort of emerging markets as well. I think I know what you're about to sort of mention.
Yeah,
go on.
That a lot of teams generally just seem to stagnate at the top because they're getting so many opportunities to go abroad and whatnot. Because obviously you're at the top, you're going Europe, boot camping, etc. And that great reset has brought everyone back to the point where they're, you know, getting a lot more exploratory with the talent. It's honestly turned out for a much healthier scene. It's great to see.
Yeah, you end up recycling a lot of players. That's what happens in North America. It's happened in South America as well. All the emerging scenes.
Oh, Techno's gone in the meanwhile. Oh, Someone's got two?
Dude,
are you kidding me? That's just dry. Blitz is gone as well in the meanwhile. Expro hadn't even revealed himself. So Blitz is thinking, well, WestmeloN's gone through mid. We're fine. Turns out they're not. Expro's also gone and got doubled up. Bad for IHC.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting bullied by the best melon, the WestmeloN. He's looked so on form the past couple of maps. Inferno came away with 30 kills, and he's launched into Dust2 with 9. Only 5 rounds elapsed, so almost at 2 frags a round. I would say it's a hard trend for him to keep up, but he has looked good enough that he could just get there.
These deagles will always scare me, in all fairness. After what we've seen Blitz do with them. Hell, even Techno's well, both have some really nice deagles, actually, at times. Even so, they need it. Just to even be able to deal some damage to the T side would be so important at this stage. Full walk-up contact being prepped up. Blitz will realize once the utility starts sailing through, they haven't cleared out this angle. Techno's got one, and Blitz with the second. Annihilation trying to frag back with the USP will be largely unsuccessful. Is the boost attempt being made, and as they do so, Expro comes in from the side. Thank you very much. I'll take that burger any day.
Yeah, that timing was perfect from Expro. Able to slip by the late flank onto short, but also just catch them as they're boosting up. IHC were not prepared for that. Expro gets 3 easy ones, but it's really the critical piece of timing. His stopwatch, it was ringing some alarms. Is that what stopwatches do? Probably not. 5-1 though. IHC are on the back burner and now have a full investment coming into this. Annihilation's AWP is out, looking for Cabal to enter the scoreboard himself. Another critical piece. From 3Ks on Inferno when situations are dire to nothing so far on Dust2.
I am a little bit concerned to see how split up IHC's players are at this stage. There's no one really in a position where they can go aggressive, and really utility isn't really there for them to have that advantage. Anyhow, Blitz, incredibly annoying angle to play off of, but the problem is, as he drops down, I don't know if he's been hurt. Doesn't look like he has. Reconvening onto the A bomb site is Lynn Vision, but with IHC, is IHC, but with Lynn Vision having so much control over mid, I would not be surprised to see anything on the lines of a mid to B split to actually end up coming through.
I've seen a lot of passive setups from IHC so far. very far detached from what we have become used to. You know, lower tunnels pressure is something that they'd like to throw in there in early rounds. Aggro short setups as well, but Lynn have been allowed a lot of room. And like you were saying, mid-B split is looking likely, but the main attack will come from the tunnels. Family smoke. That's going to delay them. Actually, divert them entirely.
Oh, they're going back towards A very fast. Blitz should be able to find out about this soon enough as he's just checking over to mid-B, but a Molotov down deep. It's Annihilation to try and defend. Good for 2. Can he look for 3? Flicks back over to the player who's already crossed. 8 seconds on the clock, and Annihilation has given them the time and almost gives himself the A. Zacher will not submit to him. Refuses that honor. But in the meanwhile, saves his op doing so.
Wow, first showing on that AWP and immediate effect. So much work being found by Annihilation. He was shooting them like fish in a barrel, and quite literally, they had no time to play around with. They just had to keep on scaling, and Annihilation envisioned every movement before it even happened. You see just how much he's anticipating them to come up towards the elbow. The fights look so simple when it's broken down like that, when things go to plan.
Not what you want to see, X-Pro. Would have died anyway. That's a headshot, but goddamn.
I mean, could have survived if he had some HP to play around with. He lost like
That's
40,
true.
50.
Looks like 65 or something like that, yeah?
Yeah. For your own smoke next time. Rely on nobody. Trust no one.
Ah, yes, the mantra that gets people to the majors,
Yep.
indeed.
Pugging. That's Pugging 101.
And to be lineup still seems to be the name of the game, but with Starry going down, the bomb is closed. WestmeloN peeks out. Techno knocks him out. 2 on 5. Time to work off of, and Zach has got a clean kill. Nelly cannot trace Techno back in the smoke, and while he is actually zoned in, Techno's gone and found himself another kill. IHC up to 3.
Cute little bait set up there. One playing close to the smoke, the other one throwing nades from the bomb site. So I think it was WestmeloN that tried to hunt down that frag round the lurk smoke, I guess the end of tunnels. And yeah, that was just a player waiting with open arms. I believe it was Techno himself. So great job identifying as well what Lynn were likely to do when they were down a man. Anticipating some of these more aggressive notions. They get caught out by the mid-B pop. Small little resurgence here from IHC on the defensive, and Techno playing literally kissing in that smoke.
That looked like it was on.
Yeah, that booth looked like it should have found its kill.
Annihilation thanking his lucky stars that it didn't. Lynn are using up a lot of flashes very early on in ways which find them some map control but leave them to the mercy of the side players whenever they're scaling in. There's a minute left on the clock and you have 3 flashes, one of which is on WestmeloN, so effectively 2 flashes if you're going in under the A bomb. So that's a lot of space to scale.
Yeah. Real difficult when you run low on resources. Nades are looking good here for Blitz. Missed his molly in mid, but the following HEs have been on point. Weakens these players up to 1 dink territory. Even a couple body shots should be able to secure more of these kills. 30 seconds before Lynn make their move, and it's into the Annihilation ult again.
Fully blinded up as they start to come over. Annihilation gets the bomb for free, and it's almost a wallbang. Actually, it is a wallbang. I'm a little bit confused about how that one worked out. WestmeloN goes ahead and picks Annihilation off, and that does at least give them access to planting the bomb. Molotov to the back of window as well. And Zaka waits for Cabal to come through. The flashbang won't matter. It is a trade. WestmeloN bringing it back to a one-on-one, but can't find the last. Techno pre-fires him. Already expecting him to be playing back green after the initial spot will not be rotating, and that ends up being Techno's round.
And exactly the person you wanted in the clutch. Techno has been very good at securing these rounds, but same for WestmeloN. Yeah, you know, you would expect Lynn are very confident in him to be able to clutch back this round after all the successive trading. Really, really close affair, but they had the numbers advantage and they leveraged that moving back into the bomb site. Solid retake flashes and the like. IHC are within touching distance. Lynn have got a couple of scouts, though. They fell foul to a singular scout, in fact. But this is that early aggression I was talking about. We haven't really seen too much of it from IHC, and they decide to pull it out on the low buy. Blitz triple and Annihilation sweeping up an extra. Well, this investment has gone nowhere.
All right.
Yeah, they got out of spawn.
And let's say speed run over towards the next round. Lynn Vision. IHC having quickly equalized. And just a reminder to everyone who's tuning in, the last time we saw IHC play Dust2, they actually picked it into a raft. And that was a bloodbath. Not in the way you'd expect it either. Ended up being down, what, 11-1 at one point or the other? Something like that.
Just gone back and checked. 10-1. So
Okay. Close.
They did start on the T side, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's where the problems could still end up coming through, but until then, it is still all about this CT skill. Annihilation spotted them all out, trying to give himself a one-way smoke to walk off of, but he's lost his teammate from the side. No more support available, and WestmeloN, regretting his prior aim, or rather his prior duel, up against Techno, will win this one out. Expro even pushes in. Cabal takes him out, though. WestmeloN's left on the bomb site. 8 HP to work off of. There is an off available. They won't be picking it up. What a flake from Starry. Adjusts his aim in time. Wasn't even taking an eye out for Techno. He's Cabal all alone. Now 1-on-2, and Starry will not be letting his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, I mean, you could see how close these duels were. I mean, Expro, the fight on short, trying to get ahead of the flash of Cabal, but that could have very well been a 3-on-1 that's brought oh so close. So how low the remaining Lynn players were, both Starry and WestmeloN, within an inch of their life, but having that extra number made it more difficult there on the retake. Oh, tag onto Techno coming into the follow-up. Zacher Orp has certainly been hitting, but still has Annihilations. Timing shot over at long. I like the aggression. Quick flash in, immediate mid-B smoke. And they can threaten to siege this secondary site.
How much of that threat will be realized, though? Smoke covering off Cabal right now as he's maybe even looking to move out of it. Cabal. Oh, no scope, close range, but traded out all too quickly. Still a 3-on-3. And Zacher's position is the difference maker. These are players clustered into CT spawn. Zacher doesn't realize it, but he may have given up a gold mine. IHC. Are they ready to give up their gold, though?
Look at them hyper-clearing all these angles. They know that somebody's likely to have lingered and stuck around. Zacher instead holding the upper tunnels. Could be given a free one. Yeah, Blitz is gone, and there will be a player right behind in score, but Zacher is prepared for that as well. Annihilation called it quits. He didn't want any of that heat. He'll concede, and that will be number 7 here for Lynn. That's a wonderful call there from Expro. Took initiative, took space in middle, and they throw all this utility down, but they never really get confirmation of numbers there on the IHC camp. They have to deploy a smoke outside the window, you know, try and stall for time because the A players, the ones that would be there on the rotate, playing from spawn and applying pressure on the ramp run-up over to B, just weren't there in time. So B players felt like they had to fight for their ground, and they couldn't stay alive long enough.
Techno's been tagged on the crossover. Admittedly, look, it's not going to matter too much. He's got a US speed. This is probably a gimme round, but hey, man, we've seen Annihilation come through big in some of these saved-up all positions on Ancient in the past. Maybe Dust2 can be very similar in that regards, and Techno having HP would have made a difference. Also, does this feel kind of bad when you get tagged? Deep flashbang, missed from Annihilation. Thought he'd had it this time. It's Zacher readjusting his verticality, and they're not quite ready for it. Knockdown and the AWP will be recovered as they start to try and move back over. AWP actually drops into CT and will be revealing its position with a stray shot. Score is desperate to save this one. Going into the next, Cabal makes noise, and that'll be the last noise he makes.
Oh, that's the last noise we make, though. Oh my god! Oh my god!
He's so good.
Yeah, his Deagle looks great. Round is not salvageable, but you know, there's a little bit of excitement to be had for the IHC members. Like you said, Score was urgently running away with that AWP and will miss his shot for an exit. Actually giving more information, updated information of that for Expert to maybe hunt him down. Not even necessary. Zacher is the main AWPer. He's the main character. Get away. You're not a part of my side quest.
Zacher's also got the spawn. This is where you kind of hope that he just goes for another one of those quick shots down middle. Techno was tagged up last time over. Second player watching out for it. Oh, right as he unscopes. Zacher. Thought he'd have that one for sure.
He's been getting a lot out of the mid-cross, so, I mean, it's only fair that eventually he falters. Definitely close, that is for sure. Oh, around the smoke, yeah. I mean, that's a hard duel to win. Tried to accompany it with the flash, but it didn't do enough. Which it didn't do anything to score.
Shallow flash.
Nice kill. That split's gone, and that will detract from this B hold. Cabal is ready, though, at the windows, and they wanted to try and take some ground quickly, but they've clawed this back to a 3-on-3. Started at the man deficit, but Lynn are not out of it just yet. Annihilation alone on this site. Oh, the jump over, and that's perfect. Zacher creating room for Westmelon to find this kill, and Nelly can make his way into the site as well. They are too far away from the action, and Techno's been spotted and already tagged down. He needs to run, otherwise this could be a free kill.
Cabal, well, they're bumping into each other. They've given a real chance over to Techno. His HP is the problem once again. That was so awkward. I thought Cabal would be able to line them both up while they were having a bit of a moment of public display of affection. Techno, around the corner he goes. Westmelon's gone! And that leaves Nelly one-on-one. Techno turns out. He gets it! The AWP saved, the round recovered. Techno peeked into the bomb, planted for a platform. He had no utility.
I can't believe they've played this post plant the way they have. I can't.
What's going on?
I mean, they're lost. They lost where Techno was. You know, he was last seen deep CT, and I think they're expecting him to make the long rotation round the short, and they put themselves in some very compromising positions because of that. This is such a back and forth round between what Cabal has an opportunity to do, what Techno's able to do, because he got spotted at the start, he got tagged, and then we saw, like you said, this just awkward bumping of heads from Lynn inside the bomb site. Very strange round to witness, but it culminates in an IHC win. Zacher tried to get things going with the AWP to kick off this round, but will not be. We are into round number 15. Could end 9-6, or it could be a recovery enough for IHC to have 7. Even given the way they started this half, this is pretty considerable. But X-Pro, Zacher, they've already struck gold in mid. Annihilation will keep them at least at bay and down at least one extra number. Techno has to come up big on the kills here, and he does so brilliantly. The first kill fine, but then damage onto Westmelon. He's buying time.
Techno can't find the second kill. Looked like he would be able to, but Westmelon ducking in behind the car gives him enough cover to stay alive. A smoke at the doors, but Techno's made his way through inside the window. He's on the B bomb side, gets another kill for his trouble. Back to a 2-on-2 the left side. The bomb faked out. Starry gets his job done. He's heard the up moving through. Annihilation's got one chance at redemption of the round. IHC up to 7. They're not letting go, not yet. And we're off to a break before we can find out what this second half will hold for us. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. We both know we're not the same without rock bottom. Let it go, but we come back to craving problems. Am I your favorite kind of shame? Do I make you wanna hate? Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for.
What a way to bring it back. IHC, that could have very feasibly been a 5-10, but a couple of big individual moments from Techno and Annihilation himself, and we're right back over to even Steven.
About as even as it could be. IHC setting up for a burst into B. Nelly holding head hidden behind this box, but the smoke will deny him vision. Teammates are going to be a little bit far away. They're still holding the lower tunnels. IHC are moving in quick, but the flash is actually confusing the IHC scaling. Nelly's still inside of the bomb site and not being found. A secondary kill not exactly converted on, but it's trades on trades. They're collapsing into this B bomb site so rapid. Annihilation with bomb out has been able to pull it back to a man advantage, but only held for a moment longer. Blitz, the double conversion. He was running out of bullets, but his last couple find their mark.
This guy's just a pistol python. He wins every single duel when he's got a pistol in his hand. Be it a Deagle, be it a Glock, be it a USB. This guy's just insane. Blitz is able to bring them back in such a crucial moment. Look at this duel. It's not even badly played by the enemy team.
Yeah.
Lynn Vision, they double peek him.
Literally last two bullets. Well, that'll put you in your place. How dare you win the pistol round? Tagged down by a scout already to 15. Got a lot of information here, though, Lynn. Push into the upper tunnels. Nelly can play close, and IHC are headed his way. This is looking dangerous.
Cabal's gonna have walking in. Nelly! Oh! Feel the burn, feel the pain, feel Cabal in your face. That's what's going on over here. X-Pros miss shots, making you miss Blitz a little bit. Even if Starry does come through and clean it up at the end of it all, it's Blitz to cover off and actually be covered off instead. AKs and MP9s can switch hands. A scout in the ones of Starry at the end of it all, but a smoke to interrupt their progression back towards the site itself. It is Zacker's repositioning to mid, which could give them a chance, but Westmelon's in two minds about things. Wondering about whether it's worth saving this AK or not. Smoke through. Westmelon's even leading the charge now. Takes the duel to the back of the bomb site. Gives a lot more space for Starry. This got swinging back out. Techno and Annihilation, though. Now just Annihilation, who's trying to move in and make sure he stays alive. The Deagle on the other side misses. It's one solitary bullet. And an expensive round for IHC, but who cares, man? It's going to be USBs in the next one anyway.
So very close. Starry just finding so many kills with this Deagle, and he was an absolute merchant in the tunnels. Like you said, he was trading everything to his teammates. Still maintaining a scout and a Deagle. Would have been nice. A lot of damage being done. Like you said, they should be an easy enough conversion round in the follow-up. Blitz is not even bought into weaponry. He runs around with a Glock and armor. It's not exactly a fair fight. Definitely a weird buying decision for Blitz, but the logic is applied. No armor, so susceptible to spam, and Blitz can be the one to create distance, get information, and also not give weapons over. Even an SMG can be quite threatening.
I like the setup going on over here, but the problem is X-Pros Deagle's not finding the first few shots. Does end up getting one regardless, and this is where the second player starts to be a bit more worried. Cabal, however, after having cleared out the initial angle, peeks forward, and this is why you really need to get out of the habit of jumping around corners. It just isn't worth it a lot of the time.
Yeah, especially at that angle where he just overexposed himself. He could have just ran away.
Like, I know it feels really good to airstrafe, but it doesn't feel very good to die.
Not strictly necessary.
Oh, that was unnecessary as well, but Starry takes it anyway.
What is with all this violence?
Copious amounts of it. Annihilation will be inching through in the meanwhile. A very strong angle for the Deagle, and Starry's got it. Looks for more. Why not make it a fourth around the corner as Cabal will lean in? It's a one-on-one Nelly. The Eagle recovered of his own, and Cabal needs to pull off the full ace. 7 seconds on the clock as he goes for the full bomb plot. Nelly knows he's got space to move in. Maybe even a gun to be recovered. Full HP on Nelly. Takes the duel, and Cabal can't find it. What a recovery. Starry's triple Deagle was gorgeous.
What an effort. I can't believe he's been able to find so much success. Yeah, it's a dangerous angle to fight into, especially with IHC not having the resources to accompany the initial peaks. You don't expect Starry to pull off something like that. And you can certainly see he was feeling himself, but hats off to Nelly as well, just being able to convert on that round, because it could have been Cabal ace clutching it. Could have kept a handle, a lid on a round that should never be for Lynn. Starry's a monster. It's small bursts.
Yeah. Build different for one phase of building. 3 people down mid for the CTs. This could be very troublesome. Cabal, however, will be found out. They're not expecting the late hit from Score while the top duel went on. He comes through and salvages something, but that something is just scraps.
This must feel so good as well for the Lynn Vision side, getting activation from Starry and Westmelon simultaneously, and going for setups that it sort of engaged them in the early stages. Both able to come away with a frag apiece, and now they can reset here on the defensive. Blitz is taking a lot of room on short. He was pretty quick about how he approached this, so could get further progress than they anticipate. Yeah, Star was aiming a little tighter to the short side angle. So A bomb side is actually taken. The problem is that Score is on the B side with the bomb.
Scope has been heard of Annihilation, if I'm not wrong. So they might have an idea he is proceeding back over there. And Blitz has found 1 kill. That should sell it completely. Now Lay finds Blitz, takes him down. His position should be found very soon. That's Nelly's demise met. Annihilation has gone and recovered himself an AK as well. Expro now left to his own business. IHC this time. I mean, it looked like they could have just won it from A side as well, but kind of an out call. Is it fair to say that? I'm not sure.
I mean, this was definitely a weird looking round, especially from Lynn's perspective. They start off 4-on-3, they start to reset, they take over long, and then I think they realized that they vacated the A site maybe too quickly. It just felt like they could have still contested the bomb sites, but IHC were hard to read in this round. Like you said, B bomb site with the bomb, but A was under siege. Almost impossible to understand what was going on there for IHC, but Lynn definitely being punished for a quick mistake, and it is who you'd expect it to be. You know, we talked a lot about Blitz in the lower bracket and just how well he performed in rounds where they seem to be at deficits, especially instigating action when they're behind in rounds. Blitz is always the man you look to, and he's found another really good round of impact.
Double off for Lynn Vision, despite this is very much a income disparity lesson right here. I don't know if that's a smoke that he's meant to throw, but regardless, he's gone and taken space back towards tunnels when Zacher, oh my goodness, the awareness, the spam.
Yeah, didn't even peek.
He heard the scope, surely.
Might have done, but also a late deployment of a smoke down lower mid is a bit of an indicator. Secondary Opal instead finds success, so it wasn't Zacher. That might be an indication as well. They might realize that there's 2 ops, and now they certainly do.
Guys, I wonder if there's 2. Okay, yeah, there are.
Yeah, we've figured it out. Cracked the case.
Now what? Fortunately, neither one of those rifles are recoverable, at the very least, but that's a very slim sort of consolation to come through. Jump up to Xbox with 2 players. It is an attempt to overrun score that could be made, but there's only 1 flashbang against the op. That's never a good idea.
Run boost.
Run boost is going to move him past. Expro actually misses out the opportunity to take down the booster. Now just waiting for the swing to come out. Nelly, what a shot from him. Quick peek forward. Expro's gone and got another one, and Nelly's just trying to find some more space for Expro to back off. The jumping MP9 and Westmelon has got the advantage. 10-all, Lynn Vision. Not letting go yet.
That looks a little silly, but MP9 is one of the best jumping accuracy weapons in the game, so it's annoying to play against, but Westmelon still finds the kill. Yeah, double digits and a tie game. No IHC buy to be found here in round 21. Like Lynn will sneak into the lead, but this has been a pretty tightly fought Dust2.
I'm surprised they don't force buy in this, though.
Yeah, double save. I mean, triple save territory, right? If they decide to go this way.
Something like it. Maybe not triple, but double it is, yeah.
I could have justified a force buy.
Oh. Slightly awkward state of affairs to find yourself in. Especially because this helps solidify that CT side economy so much.
Especially with Nelly's SMG. If he gets more kills, that would be ideal for him. More money, more kills, more confidence. Can't lose to this buy, surely. Oh my god, Zacher's been overrun. The AWP is open field, and Annihilation can get his hands on it, but they won't be allowed too much access. That gets a little worrisome, but Expro at long make sure that AWP never falls into enemy hands.
The second you said can't lose to this by surely, they've lost. They've just lost.
I don't believe in bad luck. I don't believe in curses.
You don't, they might. Expro able to cover off the aggression onto the A site long enough that they're still safe, but I could have gone very, very wrong.
Could have.
After the first kill ends up going the way of IHC. And I see, this is what I mean. Weirdo buy coming out from IHC. Blitz, however, comes out on top of these weird buys. This guy is such a king of the half-buy. My god, Techno even overruns Zacher, and that's the op gone. 2 rifles left to themselves. Annihilation makes it just the one. WestmeloN might have been the best melon, but turns out you don't need a melon for this dust, you need a man. And no one's feeling man enough to be able to get this one finished off. WestmeloN 32 HP.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Molly in, Annihilation holding for the push, and WestmeloN a dead man. That honestly should be illegal. I can't believe Blitz has been able to pull that off. Just this double kill off of short with a Galil, no less. There were AKs on field, but everyone bought their own weapons, and Blitz said, I can make it work on a budget.
The purple Galil master, man.
Very niche mastery.
He knows what skill points to grind. Awkward buy now from Lynn Vision. We've seen so many back and forths. It's just round after round. Neck to neck. But surely this time, necks have to start being chopped off. Zacher scopes away. Does have his teammate going for the jump spot. I'm very concerned about there being a player down middle, and his repositioning might have actually ended up saving him. Had he been laser focused up. Oh my day, Zacher! Let's not forget, there's not just one scout player in the server. Annihilation had a great one on Inferno, but Zacher can definitely come through with some big shots as well.
Danger looms, but long will be free for IHC's adventure. Score is still lingering as well over in middle. The flash will be information gathered here for IHC that short has been taken. They should understand that as well. Zacher's AWP is being teased, and no, sorry, not the AWP, but he's making it work almost as effectively. 2 kills so far, and trying to find follow-up tags. The ult recovered for Cabal, challenging at a distance, and a tag will be hit. Score now explores over towards B. The bomb is making its way over that direction. If Score finds this entry, it's open access.
Big if when you've got a 5-7 on the other side of things. Molotov at the doors to make sure that WestmeloN can't just push through. He thought about it certainly, regardless of that molly. Instead, it's right back over the window. No time left, and Score's kill is crucial. They can't get the bomb over. They can't get it over, but in time they get it. Nope. Techno doesn't have it. Oh my god.
That quite literally comes down to the extra seconds that WestmeloN buys. The tag damage onto the bomb carrier. He gets caught strafing. He gets stopped in his place. If not for his final effort, he doesn't get the kill. But he slows down the progress there for IHC. They pulled this down to fine margins, and they could afford no speed bumps.
You could practically hear the prayers of Lynn Vision, just like, please don't let there be time, please don't. There's not time, right? There's not time. Surely not.
And they almost die fighting.
Yeah.
Well, that's nightmarish. Techno, look at his cash. Is this a pistol round?
It's going to end up being one. Like, they've made a lot of these rounds work, but you can't expect that. At some point or the other, it has to fail.
Oh,
that's what you're thinking.
Tech 9. Oh, thank goodness.
I mean, he is pretty damn good with that, in all fairness. And with Expro looking to maybe get busy down in lower tunnels, that Tech 9 can do a lot. Flashbang avoided. Moving upwards. There is a player to cover off. Blitz again with the entries. It goes in. Not quite on the point it needs to be. Boost up for Starry. Aye. Missing out on the boost as well initially. Just an MP9. They don't really care about picking it up too much. Although it will be recovered. Starry's boost yet to find fruition of any sort. Has now since dismantled it.
It's one of the things I see so far in the default. They've been very good at actually clearing those lower tunnels, whether it's been, spam or utility. been very hyper-conscious of Lynn trying to disrupt what they have planned. But this time they have actually set up for B. And they're sticking to it.
Look at Starry. Starry's so close to mid. He's going to be able to give away all the information about what's going on, but the rotations aren't coming out yet. Sacker is more concerned about the long presence that is still possible. Techno has to be careful about how he's spotting. Really nicely done, but it's Nelly called to order, but not showing up to the courtroom. WestmeloN comes out with the only kill so far of the round. Starry as well, unable to find the frag. A flash up high, but already the D's have run away. WestmeloN! A one-man retake machine has already found 3. And with Score Annihilation both being low, a Molotov Dakar, Annihilation's gone. WestmeloN on the B side retake is going to ace them all.
This man is untouchable. They lost Inferno, a losing effort, but he got to 30, and now Lynn are in the lead with him pulling off an ace on the retake. They were all so low HP. And WestmeloN made sure to capitalize on every single one.
How do you retake B and ace?
Yeah, that's so ridiculous. IHC thought they got away with what they needed to. I mean, they got the entry into the bomb site. They got the smokes down. They got the molly down as well. They should have had the room to make it work.
You are right, Michael. He is the best melon.
I always knew.
It was close contention so far between him and like a watermelon, but nah, buddy, it's who needs water? You can just get an ace.
Maybe it's his brain. That is the best melon. He's got a big one.
X-Pro finally able to find something over in lower tunnel. Zacher and company just trying to keep a hold of this. X-Pro will be traded out and the M4 recovered, and as much of a risk that may be and that may pose, it is still at a big advantage of CTs to find those.
It's called a toe. No one actually overexposing themselves, but Nelly's not been having a stellar game. He's been getting kind of bullied on this B-bomb site. Finding impact on T-side was also difficult, but they might just walk through the smoke, and Nelly will be close enough by. This SMG can do some serious damage. Yeah, lining up, damage done. Score will even finish off his friend. That's a 14th for Lynn on another successful B-side hold. IHC are running out of time. They're running out of options.
I need another one of those rounds where Blitz just goes out and finds himself a double entry. But if you try anything like that, you're buying into it. Money's already been pretty poor for them. Oh, they're going for the full force buy. This call could end up fighting back. It's all or nothing here for IHC. They don't want to fight for overtime.
Lynn aggro lower tunnels again?
X-Pro dodges out the flash this time. He's not looking to reveal his position. Grenades deep, but Techno with a Tech 9. Pulls it together. A 5v4 found early. A Molotov to force them back, but Techno moves in instead. I'm not sure if his rifle barrel would have been spotted out by WestmeloN there or not.
So, I mean, IHC are very good at clearing out those lower tunnels, and Lynn just keep offering up that fight. Sure, they've been able to win some of them in more recent rounds, but it's given IHC a real opportunity. Now with the man advantage, Techno is barely alive. They'd almost finished off the job. Slow and steady here from IHC.
It's like to be a full mid-control take to come out. Molotov will find Techno in the meanwhile. It is Blitz to have moved through, and there's actually Blitz going in for the flank as well. Nelly tagged up and brought out of position. Would love to see him try and go for some spam over here. Annihilation sitting behind the smoke when, well, Nelly waits for his teammates to come into relevance. Blitz will reveal his position, and Annihilation's found Nelly as well. Feels like Lynn Vision just let go of that one all on their own. IHC just there to catch them when they fall.
Yeah, you've seen how urgent they've been on the retake for previous B-side hits. This time they barely gave up their positions on the A-bomb site. They maybe weren't convinced that it was going to be a full commitment here from IHC, but they performed the wrap. And once they do, Lynn just can't keep up with the beat. They needed a round like this. You said they did, and they certainly found it. This time it's not crazy double entries, but a nice, patient execute where they use the pistols to great effectiveness. Have Lynn learned their lesson? Will they continue to apply pressure on those lower tunnels? It can be a massive boon for you if you're constantly coming out ahead in that duel. We saw in that round, once IHC got that kill, they had a weapon to play off of, and they knew that Lynn were going to be lacking some information. Somebody had to make a move, probe where they otherwise wouldn't, because they've been sitting contained inside of bomb sites outside of all of this mid-pressure. Now they might take a step back. This might give enough room for IHC to find more rounds of success.
B bombs are really a major point of commitment coming out over here. WestmeloN this time close range. Can't really find much with the 5-7 either. Ellie was playing the angle earlier on where he was largely a little bit unsuccessful. Zacher, quick kill. Zacher makes it 2. WestmeloN around the smoke and found himself another few. Brother, they just win the most unlikely of rounds. I am flabbergasted. You win a ridiculous 3v5B retake. Now you win this?
Yeah, it's so they get so caught up behind this smoke though, and it's their smoke. They never scale around it because the AWP's in the window. They don't know how to address it. They're trying to pull out Molotovs, nades, whatever they can to make it easier. But then WestmeloN just comes in and sideswipes. It is a round that you wouldn't expect, and IHC, I guess, are left wondering themselves. Very fast push out long blitz. Starry was not prepared for that duel. Expert one wing with the smoke, and they're still fumbling, trying to pick up weapons, even doing team damage in and amongst it. This is chaos here for IHC.
I think that was even a shot to score his head. He took a lot of damage from that.
Yeah.
That Molotov should not be spreading, should it?
Should be good. Usually spreads forward from point of origin, but bounces can make things a little bit more hard to read. That one didn't. No smokes for this cross. I mean, they've got one, but it won't be enough to cover the whole cross. Won't even use it for that. Deep CT smoke instead for a mid B fake.
Zach's gone and found himself one quick one. WestmeloN as well, covering up the cross. It looks like it'll only be Techno left, and even his life is taken away. Lynn Vision are the champions of the ESL Challenger League Asia Season 42. They will be headed over to the EPL conference, and before we can find out whether we have one of them with us for the interview or not, we've got to go to a short break.